to the TED Ed podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Well, we have some things going on today. Wow, confirmations. Not even gotten to the White House yet, and Congress is, I guess they're trying to get a head start on their 100 days. Every day, there's going to be some interesting stuff going on, and it has gotten interesting again. It's from hearing all these news folks, and Mr. Harvey said yesterday that we're going to have a new DOD secretary, and his name might be Hizmonth or whatever this man's last name, Peter Hitmonth. And it looks like they didn't talk to all the Republican senators, and he might have enough votes to win the floor vote. So we don't know exactly when that's going to happen, but hmm.
That man, they know that man do not qualify. They know
Well,
that man don't qualify to be DOD.
well, Ted, it's not what we feel is qualified, it's what they got enough votes to do. If you got the votes to do it, then that looks like that's what's getting ready to happen. So, like I said yesterday, if he does get in there, if there is some stuff going on, it's going to come out. It will come out. And he's going to have a terrible time trying to make it through being Secretary of Defense if he's got a lot of baggage that he's carrying. And probably they're doing this, the senators are doing this and everything because they want to wipe their hands clean of being responsible and being stewards and stuff of making sure that we don't look like fools out there on the world stage. So I guess they just gonna let the Donald and stuff take all the backlash and stuff. And if there's something happens and they find out that they put somebody into the office and everything that is not qualified. So as usual, they're passing their buck. They don't want to. They don't want to be the ones who telling him that he can't be the Secretary of Defense because they're afraid.
Yeah.
They are afraid, and it's a horrible shame that they're putting fear, and that this man can put fear in his folks' heart, and they don't. They do not uh, follow their oath of office. They put their right hands up, and swore to defend the Constitution of the United States of America. And now they have abdicated their duty.
Yeah.
So that's what we get when there's a few people who feel that they can threaten, and they're going to get their way. So the only thing that we can hope is that It doesn't happen. We're going to talk about the confirmation here late down the road.
But
But I got something I got to say.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it for a
Well, we
minute.
were just talking about this new guy that they're gonna confirm for DOD. He put a cross on his chest, and the cross, what it stands for, is supposed to be. This is the cross, if you can see it. That's the
Mm-hmm.
cross. That's what's on his chest. German Evangelical Church Congress. And what it is a Nazi Germany church comparable to Nazi ideology for all Nazi Germany. That's what that symbol was for on his chest.
Mm-hmm.
He was advocating that women should not be in the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
And that men are the ones that should be the head. And mostly
Mm-hmm.
white men, because he came against CRT, DEI, all of that. Right in front of our face. He talking about marriage. So anyway, I just wanted to say that. That's it. So that's what that symbol is for.
Well, if you remember, Ted, this used to be an argument many years ago that women were not allowed to be on the battlefield. They had that argument a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
And over the years and stuff, they have allowed women to get onto the battlefield. But there was an argument there, and a valid argument, that women shouldn't be out there on the battlefield. So I guess he's taking the army and the military and stuff back to the days when they didn't think that women should be on the battlefield anymore. And it's this thing about women and where they stand at is, it seems like it's deeply embedded into what the MAGA folks and Trump folks have embedded into their party, that
Yeah.
women cannot handle being there in authority. And if I'm a woman, I'm going to be very, very, very skeptical and stuff of this thing happening and stuff down here. And that you see these women and stuff now who have become elected. This girl from woman or wherever, from Joni Ernst and stuff. I'm pretty sure she's the senator from Iowa. Got out and vocally said, "Oh, I'm going to vote for him."
Yeah.
And to have her to say that and know that this is this guy's theology, that he doesn't believe that she's worth being out there on the battlefield, tells you a lot about what the women in the Republican Party and everything have relegated themselves to.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to them, or them just saying, well, I'm going to let that go, and that isn't what he meant, tells a lot about them. And it goes back to when the Supreme Court justice was being confirmed when in Trump's first presidency. And they had this guy sitting there, and they had enough votes possibly to not let him get on to the Supreme Court because he had abused this lady and stuff while he was in college. And he swore up and down he didn't do it. And the lady gets out and says, he did this to me. But you got this senator, a woman senator from Maine. I don't know her, I'm forgetting her name and stuff now. she saw all this, and the man said, "Well, that's not me. I'm not going to get rid of the women's right to have an abortion." And she said, "Oh, I believe him," and voted for him. She was the vote and stuff that got him over to be a Supreme Court justice. And now he has a lifetime appointment on the Supreme Court. And the first order of business that he did, maybe not the first, but they overturned Roe v. Wade after he swore to them that he was not going to do that. So my point and stuff is that I'm seeing these Republican women out there just castigating themselves for the men in the Republican Party.
Space.
Yeah.
That is man, I thought that the women had gotten past this and that they were a lot stronger than this. But it seems like they're not, that they aren't, that they just throw their legs open and stuff and say, all right, have me. Oh, I don't know. This is I guess this is just following a pattern and stuff here for these folks. Anyway, I had to say something. I read something today. I get up in the morning and I read. Sometimes I get up at 4, 5 o'clock in the morning and I'll start reading because I can't sleep. And today I was just came from outside and I sat down and I was reading some things and I looked down there and they said Jennifer Rubin is resigning. Now, most of you people probably don't know who Jennifer Rubin is. She writes an opinion column for the Washington Post. And she's been on there for a long time, man, and people value her opinion. They read her column and stuff out there, and I'm pretty sure some of our folks and stuff haven't read about her, but she has some very good opinions that she put out. They are somewhat liberal, and they are, man, she sometimes she hits that nail right on the head and everything about what the heck is happening out there in politics and what's going on in the world or whatever. But she says she's resigning because of what the Washington Post has become. In their heyday, well, let's go back a little bit further. The Washington Post, about 5 or 6 years ago, maybe a little bit longer than that, 10 years ago, was having trouble and they were getting ready to go under. So, our good old buddy, who's the founder of Amazon, old Jeffy boy, decided that he wanted to buy the Washington Post. He bought it and used it as a write-off probably for his taxes or whatever, because really the reason why he wanted the Washington Post because of where it's set at. The Washington Post sat in an entire block there in Washington D.C. and because it had been there in this place and stuff for such a long time, it had additional property and stuff that was adjacent to the Washington Post offices, and he wanted that office space there. Huge office space and living quarters and everything. So he bought the Washington Post so he can get that. He got it, redid all his work, never said anything about what went on with the Washington Post. He just had it as an off thing. And now all of a sudden, when Trump's going for his second term, he starts using his little tools there in his toolbox, which is the Washington Post, to have them to do something that they have never done before. And because of what he has done by endorsing Trump and going around and kissing his ring in front of the whole country, his people and stuff that been looking to the Washington Post and everything for their viewpoints stop whatever they were doing with the Washington Post. Their readership and their internet access went from 24 million people down to 2.5 million people.
What?
Yes.
Did you say
And
circulation?
I'm saying paper, internet, and viewership out there have gone from 24 million down to 2.5 million.
He might as well sell it.
He's not. I told you, he just used that as a byproduct. He didn't care if that thing made any money or not. It was a tax write-off for him. Plus, like I said, he bought the place because he wanted that property and stuff that the Washington Post owned in downtown Washington, D.C.
Hmm.
It was some prime property there. And they tried to get someone to buy it, but they wouldn't do it. But Jeff Bezos bought it and everything because like he wanted that property. He wanted that property more than he wanted the Washington Post. So anyway, they down to 2.5 million. So I'm pretty sure that they're not going to be able to afford the other people and stuff that's working there. And one of the folks and stuff who's sitting there working for the Washington Post is Jonathan Capehart.
Yep.
And most of you guys know who Jonathan Capehart is. So we haven't, Jeff E. Boy hasn't said a word. All he does is just going about his business and stuff and he doesn't really care what the heck goes on there. But from the narrative that is going on there, the staff, everybody else is abandoning the Washington Post. What's going to happen with it? I don't know.
Unknown caller.
So we're at a place and stuff where there are some people out there who are very, very concerned about what's going on there in the media. The media that we're concerned with and everything is having some difficult times and stuff now. You having all of these MAGA folks and whatever, they got their own platform there, News Nation, Fox, Fox News, all of them, they're thriving because they have the viewership. But the liberal folks, progressive people and stuff now are trying to find a place where they can go and be able to talk and be able to get some news and stuff that they can stomach. Because most people are not like you, Ted. You can sit there and watch some of that stuff sometime, but some of us can't. We can't stomach that stuff. Just hard for me to stomach what's going on there. I cannot listen to the Fox News. I cannot listen to News Nation. I cannot listen to that other crap. I can't look at Bannon's news podcast and all this other stuff. I can't stomach it. It just makes me sick. So I don't look at it, but I do have news feeds and stuff that come from, well, they come from all of those entities and stuff. But I have a chance with my news feed just to look at topics and headings and stuff. And if I like what I see, then I can click onto it and finish reading it. And when the Washington Post thing popped up there, that Jennifer Rubin was resigning and stuff, I clicked onto it. Whoop, and so then I get all the details about what's going on and why she resigned. And as last week or so ago, they had a cartoon at the Washington Post. This
Mhm.
lady, this lady Tovin or whatever her name is, she put out a cartoon, and the Washington Post had done something that they have never done before. Did not let her post that cartoon into their newspaper, and the cartoon depicted their owner and the rest of them Southern cars paying homage to Trump. So they said, we can't do our owner like this. So then the editors told her, you cannot post that cartoon. Well, the cartoon got out. And if some of you people and stuff who are watching our show see it, every now and then I'll post that cartoon on our on our intro. So, oh man.
You know, I'm gonna tell you something. For you and I, that's interesting. I'll tell you what. You know, if you ever seen one of these gangster movies, And the gangster, they used to, it was one thing they used to always say, small potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that people nowadays, I'm not talking about everyday people, I'm talking about these billionaires, multimillionaires, they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. They don't care if you talk about their mama. They don't care if you, because see, they can always come at you. If it gets too loud, they can always come at you, destroy your whole life and everything, because they got that kind of money. But they don't do it directly. See, they are people that are living their life in luxury. I was just reading an article while you was talking, just skimming through it, about Ellison, the guy that owns Oracle, just bought him a $200 billion mansion in London. $200 million mansion in London. They don't care, bro. They're buying up all kinds of property and farmland everywhere. They own a lot of these millionaires and billionaires own almost 7 million acres of American farmland. They don't care. And the news people are not even reporting it, but they are laying off hundreds of thousands of people right now as we speak, these corporations. Because we got AI now, bro. A lot of these jobs is going to be gone. These everyday jobs. So, when, the political satire and the cutting it, cutting them up and doing this, they don't care. It means nothing to them, man. These people are, their heart is hard. Their heart is hard. And then the little religion that they got, they think they're right. What they're doing, they think is right. So the only way that you're gonna, in my opinion, I mean, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but the only way you're gonna combat this is that the masses is gonna have to step it up. And the so-called, I don't know if you want to call them, I don't want to call these people liberals or progressives or all that, but I'm talking about people that's for what America stands for. Freedom, justice. You told that story about your friend. I ain't gonna put it on the air, but you told that story about your friend. That was not justice. And then, I can tell you some other things. The thing is, we already know that they don't care. Now, here's a person who is a felon. A felon is going to be president. Went through the court of law, everything. And then what did Smith say? He said he would have been prosecuted. He would be in jail if they would have went on to trial. We got a DOJ who just slow walked this thing into the very end. And this is where we are right now. So right now, the American people is sort of kind of just trying to live their life the best they can in survival mode. And then those politicians and those people that want to do the right things, they don't know what's going to happen. And that, quite as it kept, these other people don't know what's going to happen. These multi-billionaires, that's why they sucking up to him. The man got power now, bro. They didn't give this man power. They don't know what he gonna do. Don't nobody know what this man gonna do. And what he gonna tell the CIA and the FBI and the Homeland Security? They don't know. They got plans. They making plans already. You know, building. You already said it. They building those. They getting ready to do a contract, $4 billion. They trying to set aside to build all of these extra. Store these people in, and the company that's going to do it is on NASDAQ. That runs a prison. So what are you going to do? Don't nobody know, bro. I mean, the thing is, they have let this country go amok by electing a person who don't care about this country. And these people know that he don't care about this country. So money is that important to him. Money ain't like it used to be, man. You know, if you had $100 million, man, you was set for life. You might lose that money in a few days. It might be taken from you. You think you all set for life and all that, unless your money spread all over the world. So, you know, they can make like, you know, oh yeah, I'm fine. Like, you know, it's a lot of these actors and actresses and business people, you know, they work 50 million, 100 million. They think they set for life. So we'll see. We'll see. How you going a $200 million condominium, bro? Come on. He bought a $200 million condominium in London. And they told you what they think about you. You know, they let that doggone those cities burn down.
I have I guess you might say it's kind of weird and everything, but I'm I'm looking forward to seeing this old boy. I told you what this was once before. I'm looking forward to seeing him in their presidency. I really am. What he is going to do, he can only do it if the other folks allow him to do it. He can only do bad if the other folks allow him to do it.
Well, the Republicans got control of the House, and they got control of the Senate.
He can only do
And
it.
they got the Supreme Court.
Well, but he can only do it, Ted, if they allow him to do it. He's only one man. He is a old, decrepit old man. He can only do so much. And the pressure that he is going to be under is going to tear him up. And the reason why I'm saying this and stuff, Ted, every person, I don't care who they are, when they went into that office, they didn't come out the same person. I look at our first real black president. He went in there, he had a head full of black hair. He walked out of that place with gray all over the place. He was still young, but he had that gray in his head. That pressure of the office will kill you.
That's because he cared. This man don't care.
It doesn't matter if he doesn't care or not. The pressure is going to be on him. And even if he doesn't care, if he's in there for himself, the pressure is going to be there on him. Imagine, Ted, you walking into your job, brand new job you done walked into, and you have sold out every soul that you can sellout to get that daggone job. So and so and so and so wants a piece of you. So and so wants a piece of you. He wants a piece of you because you gave him a piece of you. You gave him a piece of you. You gave this man a piece of you. You gave this man a piece of you. You got all these billionaires and stuff who got a piece of you. And each and every one of them is hitting your damn door and saying, hey, buddy, where's mine? Hey, buddy, where is mine? Hey, buddy, where's mine? You're not going to get a whole lot done. You're not going to get a whole lot done because everyone who voted for him, and there's a whole lot of them who did, and a whole lot of billionaires who voted for him and everything, they're waiting on him to get into that office so they can get their piece of whatever's going to come out of that daggone pie. Ain't a whole lot of pieces in the pie, Ted.
Well,
Ain't
I
a,
mean, you say
ain't a
that,
whole
but
lot of pieces.
wait a minute, Ed. You can't just say it's a whole lot of pieces. What are the pieces?
Each one of them has their own agenda. Everybody who gave up that $1 million for his inauguration want a piece of that pie.
$1 million, that ain't no money, bro.
I know it ain't, but he has told them, you put the $1 million up and everything, you get something. You got a piece of him. He sold it. $1 million. So
That
now,
means they paid that $1 million so he wouldn't be talking about him while he's he don't
but
be talking every day on TV because that's his MO.
but he owes them something, Ted.
You think Trump care about that?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Yes, he does. He cares about that. He got to care about it because all of them is pulling strings on him. He's a puppet.
Think about this. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, here's a clear example. You say he owes them something.
Mm-hmm.
You heard of Steve Bannon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Steve Bannon is closer than Trump than anybody, but they do stuff underground, under the cover.
And
Steve Bannon right now is dogging Musk like he a stepchild.
that's what I'm talking about.
Now, what is the reason why Steve Bannon is doing that?
They want power.
What I'm asking you is power. I'm talking about why do you think Steve Bannon is talking about Musk?
Because Musk is trying to get power. They are sitting there, Ted, scuffling for power. You don't understand what the heck going on there. These folks are sitting down there trying to get power, and they want to be the ones who have got the power.
Okay,
that to
then,
tell
but
this man
listen
what to
what I'm
do.
saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Oh, that's understood, Ed. That's
Okay.
understood. That's not the issue. The issue is that Musk is hanging around. Plus, he had bought himself into it, talking about he's going to cut a whole lot of stuff. He gave Trump $250 million to help get him elected. Steve Bannon is just a voice, but what Trump want to do is put Musk in his place and sort of kind of almost embarrass Musk so that he can go on to his way and not be all up in Trump's face. That's what Bannon is being used for.
And that's exactly what I'm saying to you. You are not listening to what I'm saying. My mind is very devious, Ted, and I'm telling you what the heck is happening here. You have to understand where each one of these entities' power comes from. Where does Steve Bannon's power come from? He don't have a whole lot of money. Where's his power?
He got the people.
Okay. And Musk has what?
He got people and money.
And money. That's the most important thing.
But
He got
mostly
that
money.
money. He got most of the money. So you got money and you got people. And those people and stuff and everything, if Trump doesn't do what he says he's going to do, you got them people who are sitting out there who are going to stab him in the back. And he knows it. He needs those people because that's the only way he can stay in power. Musk only has one vote. That's it. And the money. He wants that money and he needs that people power because that people power is what's keeping that Congress and stuff and that Senate to do his bidding. He loses those people, he loses his power. He loses Musk's money, he loses his power. He's in a balancing act right now and stuff trying to figure out what the heck to do.
So you're
That's
saying Trump is
pressure.
doing that? You're saying
Yes,
Trump
sir.
is doing that?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so let's think about this. Right now, what do you think? You know, his major thing is to try to get this thing together where he can get a lot of people out of this country. That's his
already
main
set.
thing.
That's
That's
already
his
set.
number one goal.
That's already set.
So now, once that starts going and he's got that, what is the second thing that he's going to do? What is he trying to do?
He got a whole lot of stuff that he has got to get set. First, next thing he got to do, he got to get that cabinet and stuff and everything in order. He has to get Bondi up there to do what the heck he want to do. Because remember, Ted, the man has a one-track mind. He has a one-track mind. He is not a person and stuff that can think in plural and in multiples. He doesn't. His mind is one track. And the first thing he wants to do and everything is he's vindictive. He has got to beat people and get them down to where he wants them to be. His power, his thing gonna be sitting down there telling people and stuff, I want these people. I want to get girlfriend. I want everybody who has been his enemy. He wants to use the Justice Department to get his enemies. Whoever he has that he wants to be his enemy, he is going to send these people after them. He wants them to be his own personal lawyers, which is something that no other president has ever done. Use the Justice Department as your whooping post. He did it in his first administration with that old fathead boy and everything, and now he's going to try to take it even further in his next administration. All these folks are sitting around there, Ted, and they are at him. If he loses that base, he loses his power. Steve Bannon is part of that base. Laura Ingraham is part of that base. All those folks, they got millions of his followers and stuff and everything who listen to them. And if he doesn't do what they ask him to do or whatever, they are going to bash him. He can't stand for that to happen because then he loses that daggone Congress. He loses those House of Representatives that he needs to get his agenda and stuff across the line. You lose them, you're going to lose everything. Right now, he has them. He's sitting there with them and stuff, and them daggone senators are sitting down there doing his bidding for him and getting those cabinet members and stuff into their daggone job because they done put pressure on them. Some are going to say, if you don't do what need to be done and everything, we are going to get you out of office, and they are scared. You get Steve Bannon against him, he's going to take his million and his army, and he is going to destroy him. And Trump can't afford for that to happen. That's where his power comes from, the folks who are threatening people out there on his behalf. And Musk is sitting around there. Every time you turn around, I got a spot. he got an office over there that he's gonna try to get in the White House. They got a little room back there. He already put his bid in for that little room. And he didn't keep his mouth shut. And he opened his mouth up and said he got that room. And Trump is sitting down there trying to calm him down and say, hey, man, shut up. If you want to keep the room, you better shut up. Because once they find out you got the room, Steve Bannon then become afraid. Because this Negro done got too close to the hero. There's a battle going on out there, Ted. You don't see it.
Why you say I don't see it? I'm
You
looking at
don't
it
see
every
it.
day.
You don't see it. There's a
You say
battle
I
going
don't
on. You
see
don't
it.
see it.
Okay.
You don't see that battle going
Well,
on. I don't see that
you're
battle.
talking to me, but you should be talking to the audience because they
No,
don't see it.
no. I am. The audience is listening. The audience is listening. The audience is listening. The audience is listening. I'm just wanting to make you aware that I'm saying to you, and I just said it, Satir, I ain't worried. I will sit back and watch the war. Being a leader is a lot of pressure, man. You think Vladimir Putin ain't been in that office, man, and they had pressure on him from his own daggone people and stuff? Somebody one of these days might be ready to stab him in the back. He's sitting up there and he got a $500 million mansion and stuff up on a hill, and he got to stay up there because he got to keep his enemies away from him. And you
Who you
don't know.
talking about now?
I'm talking about Putin. He's been in power a long time, but he stayed in power because he's keeping pressure on people and stuff for constant. But he got a lot of pressure on him, a lot of pressure on him.
You talking about
Those
Putin?
right, those when you start talking about people who are in power, Ted, and everything, you have to understand that to stay in
Wait a minute,
power
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Time out. How did Putin get in this conversation? Because we're talking about DC, now you're talking about Putin.
because they are two peas in a pod.
What does Putin got to do with this?
There are two peas in a pod.
I mean, I hear, I understand the slang and the,
There are two peas in the same pod. They after Monday, those boys are going to be tied together. Putin and Trump will be tied together. Watch out. You're going to see. They're going to go and have their little meeting together. And Putin going to tell him what he wants to happen.
So you're saying Putin, so in your interpretation, you're saying Putin is running Trump.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's afraid of him. He's afraid of him.
Okay.
He's afraid of him.
So our president is being ran by another country.
Oh, hell yeah. He's afraid of him. Don't take a whole lot.
Expound on that, Ed. You're going to expound on that.
It don't take very much. It don't take very much to put some fear in that old boy's heart. don't take a lot to put some fear in his heart. You start putting some fear in his heart, he shut the hell up. He gonna leave you alone. Why you think he ain't said nothing about China? He ain't said a word about them, had he?
I ain't heard him.
You ain't white. Anybody else heard him either? He bothering the rest of them fools. He ain't said crap about China at all.
Why is that? Why is that?
He's scared. He's a bully. You knock a bully in the head, he ain't gonna bother you, brother.
What has China got on Trump?
It ain't what they got on him, it's what they can do to him.
What can China do?
He tried to break them with that tariff. And what happened? They left them farmers high and dry and took their business elsewhere. he knows that this country needs their business. How much export has China got right now? Surplus.
I don't know about their surplus, but as far as the export,
1 trillion,
they're doing
one,
well over $500 million.
they are $1 trillion surplus. $1 trillion surplus.
Wait a minute now, you have to break it down as far as when you say 1 trillion surplus in export.
Exports.
Okay,
They're
so
plus $1 trillion in their export. They're sitting there
well,
and they
it
are
might be
in
1 trillion worldwide, but it's not here in America.
right. But they have a lot of power with that $1 trillion. How much is exported and stuff into the United States from China?
600,
We
almost 700 billion dollars.
okay. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of trade. A lot of trade.
But
And you
we
can
do about
and
three
you
something
and
with
you
them.
can and you cannot fool with that trade unless you upsetting that apple cart. And he done saw that in that battle he had last time with him. That last battle hurt him real bad. He did not break them. They broke him. But he was sitting up there saying, acting like nothing happened. They broke him. But he acted like they didn't. And like I said, he ain't said, he opened his mouth, yep, 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 yep. But ever since he said that, he ain't said nothing. Now he's still messing with Canada and Mexico. He still keep talking about them, but he ain't said nothing about China yet. Them old boys over there waiting on him to act a fool. Now he may just do like he want to do and get ornery and stuff and act like he putting something on them. I'm putting a 10% tariff on them to a 20% tariff. Well, it ain't gonna hurt them that bad. They may still do a little business and stuff with this country and stuff, but he gonna put them on notice. Now, the reason why I'm saying some of this stuff now, Ted, listen to what the heck is happening. TikTok has been threatened by the government here. We're going to run them out of business. What did Trump do? He told people in the Supreme Court, wait a minute, let me handle this. You don't want to put them out of business. Anyway, Ted, we just
Wait a
about at
minute
the
now.
end of our show.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. See, I'm waiting for more. See, anybody can say you sitting up here saying that.
We're going to wait, Ted, to see what happens. We're
Right.
going to
Well, but the
see
point
what
is,
happens. I'm
the
just letting
point is
you gave
that
your point. I gave mine. We're going to wait to see what happened here. We're going to wait to see
what point have I made? I haven't made a point.
You're going to wait and see what happened.
I haven't made a point.
Yes, you did. You made
What?
a big point. You made a big point.
Like what?
Yeah, you said what they plan on doing. They doing this, they doing that, and they're going to do this for. And we better watch out. We don't have a chance, a snowball chance in hell once this man gets into office. And I think we got more than a snowball chance of getting what we need after he gets in office.
Well, here's what you're looking at, and versus what I'm looking at.
Okay.
What I'm looking at, I'm not looking at these millionaires, billionaires, and all their political jargon. I'm looking at the everyday people. That's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
And what I'm looking at is the everyday people. Now, I've just told you that there are massive right now, firings, layoffs, all of that. These companies are going to just start because they're going to be saving money. They want to save money so that their stock can still be jumping up, going up, so that they can, make more money in that way. So now the thing is that right now unemployment is 1.1%. Who knows? It might be 8% in June, August. But the thing is that here's the thing that this knucklehead thinks that drill, baby, drill. It's already been established that Joe Biden he allowed more oil to be produced ever. The question is, where are all the jobs as far as the American people go? That's the question. Right now, they're talking about, at this point, there's supposed to be over 2 to 3 million jobs that are available in this country that's not even filled.
They are.
So the question is that how is American people going to survive? Because first of all, you got a whole lot of people that's getting bennies under the safety net. Anywhere between 60 and 80 million people. Now, a lot of people that's doing okay and they fine and they'll be just okay. But it's the everyday person that's walking the street, the working class, the middle class, so-called middle class, is the ones that's going to be hurting on a national scale. Because if you cut SNAP, if you cut all of these subsidies for these apartments and housing, I just was reading an article just a few minutes ago that in California, some of the rent has gone as high as $40,000 a month. See, this is the issue. See, when you have over 90 million people that did not vote, and you had another.
You keep repeating that, Ted. We understand that there were 90 million people.
What I'm saying is,
and I'm
you
looking
know where
at
I'm going with this. You don't know where I'm going.
And I'm looking at them 90 million people and saying to them, "You fools." So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
why are we worried about those 90 million people who didn't
Listen
vote?
to what I'm saying.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. And then you had another, what did she get? About 70 million people? She got, I forget the number that she got, but she got over 70 million votes.
Right.
So now you got over, let's say she got 150 million people that's out there that are not satisfied.
And where you get these
What are they
150 million
going to
people?
do?
Where you get these 150 million people from?
No, what I'm saying is that everyday people, working class people, the things that she was trying to do, she was talking about things that really help those people. She was talking about.
Did they vote? Did they vote?
No, this is what I'm saying though here. What I'm saying is that all of these people who did not vote and those people that did vote for her, those people are gonna realize, hopefully, they're gonna realize that somewhere down the line, hey, if I don't participate, my life is done, because everything is screwed up. Because the only people that's making the money is the oligarchies, the people that's got the $1 million and the $1 billion.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So this is the thing. So what I'm saying is the grassroots. Now here's the thing that I'm trying to figure out. How are they? And when I say they, I'm talking about those young people that likes to get out in the street and they want to protest. And I'm
They're
not going to
not
use
getting
this.
out there and protesting.
No, but I understand that. But what I'm saying is, I'm saying that those people that like to get out there and do that, how are they going to contact and organize and inform these non-participatory people that should have been participants, and then get involved and get engaged to
and
their
why should
own America? What
and
kind of
why should I
America? What kind
and
of
why should I
America do we want? That's my
and
whole thing.
why should I get out there and be worried about them if they weren't a concern in the first place? Evidently, if they didn't vote, they weren't concerned.
Well, that's one way you can look at it, but that's not the issue.
Well,
The
yes, it
issue
is.
is
They
no.
didn't vote. You just said 90 million people didn't vote.
Here's the issue. The issue is that this is where we live. This is our country.
Yeah.
This is our land. This is
And
where
they didn't vote. And they didn't vote.
But the point, what I'm saying is that, you cannot, when you say you can't say, you can't blame them because, yeah, you can blame them.
Yes, I can.
But what I'm saying is that you have to educate. You have to inform.
Educate who? Educate who? People who don't want to listen? Why you going to educate folks who don't want to listen?
Well,
why?
Here's the thing. Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
You remember in the 60s?
Yeah.
Black people was just sick and tired.
Yep.
Sick and tired, bro.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Go ahead.
So then you had that group of people that were sick and tired, and then they start getting changes done.
Mm-hmm.
In that form and at that time, it worked.
Them people gone, Ted.
Wait a minute. I'm just using that as an analogy. Hey, I'm just using that as an analogy. I'm using that as an analogy. The thing is that here's the thing. There is a movement right now.
Yeah.
This is what I believe. I don't have no proof for it.
Yeah.
I don't have no proof.
Okay.
Because I ain't in the know. I ain't in the underground. But there is a movement right now. There are millions and millions of people that is working on this thing underground.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I believe. I believe that.
Okay.
So, and these people are strategizing right now.
Okay.
And like I said, I don't have no proof. But the things that I'm reading and the things that I'm looking at and the things that I'm researching, these people are moving. Mm-hmm. They are rolling, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not putting their business in the street.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
This is what I really believe, because all the things that I'm reading, I'm reading between the lines of what these people are saying. Some of the leaders and some of the people, they're not putting their business in the street.
Okay. More power to them. I ain't got no problem with that. But I'm still wondering about them 90 million who didn't vote.
I just explained to you.
What are there 90 million people out there who are underground?
I just explained to you.
But are there 90 million people underground?
What I'm telling you is that there are groups out there right now.
Are they 90 million people?
I'm asking what I'm saying.
I'm wondering where them 90 million people at. Are they underground now? Because they didn't vote. They underground.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, you might be laughing, but I'm telling you right now, there are people right now
Are they
that
90
are,
million strong?
that
That's
are
all I want to know.
when I say underground, I don't mean that they literally underground, that
I know what you mean.
hiding.
I know.
They're not hiding. They're doing things that are pertinent to uplifting and informing and letting people know. Because see, the
Are
thing
they
is that
are
the
there 90 million?
Democrats.
Are there 90 million of them? That's all I want to know. Are there 90 million?
You don't need 90 million. You don't need 90 million.
You got to have them votes, Ted, if you're gonna win.
Well, all you need is 30 million. All you need
Well,
is 20 million, 30
well,
million.
are there 30 million of them out there who listening? Because I don't think they listening.
Well, I'm gonna say something that I always like to say: keep hope alive, bro.
All right, Jesse. All right,
Keep
Jesse.
hope
All right.
alive.
All right, Jesse.
Well, there's a way. There's a way.
Yeah.
And there are ways. We're just in a whole different political system now. We're in a whole different dynamics, or paradigm. We're doing a paradigm shift now.
Okay.
And it's not about the money.
It's not.
It ain't about the money, bro.
Yes, it is. Go ahead. Yes,
I'm
it
telling
is.
you, it's
Go
not
ahead.
about the money.
Yes, it is. But go ahead.
Okay.
It's
I'm
about
telling
the
you, it's
money.
not about the money. I'm telling you.
About the money.
It ain't about the money.
It's about the money, Ted. I hate to agree with you, but the majority of it was about the money. It's the economy, stupid. That's what they saying. It's the economy, stupid.
It's not about the money now, bro.
It's the economy, stupid.
This is about saving this country, and the people that save this country every time is black folks. You
Go
laughing?
ahead. I'm laughing because I don't believe that. But go ahead. I'm listening.
Do you know our history, bro?
I understand
You're
our
supposed to be a
history, Ted.
historian.
Live
You're
through
supposed to
it.
be a history buff.
I live through our history.
All right, then. So what I'm trying to tell you is the people that's going to save this country is black people.
I don't believe that.
Okay. Watch what I say. Watch what I say. I'm telling you, we are the ones that are going to save this country. We're going to save this democracy.
You're right.
And it ain't about the money, bro.
Yes, it is.
See, these white men are just, paying this person and paying that person and doing this and doing that. And they conniving and scheming and all that. But it's about democracy and freedom and justice. And I'm telling you right now, there are millions of people out there that's underground that's fighting for those things.
I'm glad you believe that, Ted.
Keep hope alive, bro.
Keep on believing that.
Keep hope alive.
Oh, final word.
All I'm gonna say is keep hope alive, bro. I'm telling you.
Ted's final word is keep hope alive.
I'm gonna bring some receipts for what I'm saying.
My word and stuff is that I'm keeping my eyes open and looking for every opportunity to do what I need to do, because I believe, Ted, that a huge majority of our folks and stuff, the black people that you're talking about, have been left behind. And it's going to be hard as hell to get them back up to where they need to be. And I'm seeing a country that is bringing foreigners into this place by the droves and giving them these H-1B visas and stuff and everything because they are qualified. And our people have not gotten themselves qualified. We have undereducated them. And it's not the kids' fault, it's ours. We talked about this when we first started doing this thing, how our educational system has not been keeping up. And if our kids and stuff are not educated enough and everything to do what they need to do to keep up with this AI and all this other stuff going on, they are going to be left behind, Ted. And that's a horrible thing to say. Horrible. But I got to look the truth in the face. I don't know what to do. And as I was saying, if our folks and stuff out there, if they underground, I'm saying to them that you need to get your folks out there and educate your children. Anyway, that's it, people. We will see you next time. Bye bye.